If this is your first ever Sonne Farms video, I gotta warn you, you're gonna need some sunglasses because we got some white legs. You might get blinded. Morning, Ellie. It's gonna be a scorching hot day today. Said it's getting up to 102. Look at this tire. It's melting. Or maybe it's just flat. Someone should probably pump that up. We're gonna be cutting some hay. Dad's gonna be baling. Jeff's gonna be raking. A lot of stuff going on. Sit. Oh, good girl. Oh, you tried. You tried your best. Quick glance at the knives. This one's getting a little dull. Not cutting too much today, so I think we'll be able to make it. People trying to get this done before that 102-degree weather starts. Get things dry. There was a nice dew this morning. Soaked that stuff back up. Yesterday was a pretty dry day. We were cutting some hay 2 days ago. Hit a rock, started a fire, and we burnt about an acre of our grass hay. We were pretty worried about that. It was in a big field of grass, and we ended up calling the fire department. A neighbor came with his water tank, and I was spraying it down with our four-wheeler sprayer. Good on oil. Got it covered, but just kind of scared us, you know. Usually you don't have to worry about that too much while you're cutting it because, you know, that grass hasn't dried down yet. It hasn't been in a windrow drying down for a couple days. Some of that old hay from last year, and then even some of the hay that's just in the ground growing, it's just so dry, it's ready to light up. We're headed over to the South Farm this morning. There's 2 small patches there. We'll knock it out in just a couple hours. Just getting to the South Farm. This first patch is down here and to the right. We might have to knock over a little bit of corn, but you know, if we don't get rain in like 2 weeks, it might not be worth anything anyway. So, gotta get our hay. Gotta feed the cattle. And actually, we usually do cut kind of a path, so I guess we can get started here. I'll just probably, instead of having the head tilted down, I'm gonna have it tilted up. Might be more rocks. Sorry, corn. Fence is getting close. Fence line runs like a square, just 3 acres. By the time I get done going around the field, I'll basically be done with it. It's a giant pile of rocks. I don't think I want to try cutting through that. Rocks and garbage. Now that's some hay right there. Been waiting for that. We're doing this small patch and then like another decently small piece of grass. We were gonna do 2 medium-sized fields, but today's Wednesday and it looks like we might get a shot of rain on Friday. And so this stuff might end up getting rained on, but I really hope it does. You know, it's been so dry. I hope these grass windrows get flushed into a river. We get so much rain. We need a giant rain to do some good. We've had probably 6 10-hundredths to 15-hundredths, which is like a tenth, almost 2/10 of an inch of rain. We've gotten that like 6 times, and they don't really do anything. They volatilize our fertilizer. They don't get into the root zone. Nuisance rains that if you add them all up together, then they maybe would have done something. I tell you what, guys, it is so dry. How dry is it? It is so dry. Yesterday I saw a cattail root itself up and walk into a stock dam. And then that was dry, and then it just said, screw it, dried up and died. We need a rain. Help us. Pray for us to get a rain. We need a rain. On the other hand, we are truly blessed that we are getting some hay like this. This is actually pretty decent. Those windrows aren't massive, but there's something. We got neighbors to the north and the west that just super dry, and some aren't even getting the haying equipment out this year, and that's terrible. And I'm sorry for you. I feel bad for you. I hope you get a rain. So we're about done. I stopped right here because I thought some people would find this interesting. So right here we have a milkweed plant. I'll show you why it's called milkweed. When you tear it off, you see you got kind of a milky substance right there. Interesting fact about this thing, during a certain stage through the monarch butterfly's lifespan, this is the only food it eats. So sometimes if you're in like a nursery or something, maybe like a hoop building that's kind of enclosed and they got butterflies flying around, you'll probably find some of this milkweed. There's many different types, all different kinds of flower structures. And you can find this all over South Dakota. I'm sure it's in many other states, but you see it a lot in ditches and stuff like that. And when people do see it, they kind of want to spray it. Really all it does is feed butterflies, I guess. So now if you're feeling bad for the milkweed and the butterflies, you should also know that many people are allergic to milkweed. And when they're growing, it gives people, you know, head colds. Yeah, so I stopped the machine, climbed all the way down there with my bum knee so I could tell you about milkweed. So you better have enjoyed it, dang it, all right? And we're done. That's a decent field of hay. Just wish there was more than 3 acres of it. Chopped a little bit of kern. Wish we could hay these trees. They got some tall grass in there. So a little bit further east, we're gonna be hitting this patch right here. I think it's 10 acres, so it's about 3 times the size of that last one. We'll be right next to the cows. We should be able to see some cow-calf pairs. There's definitely some really short grass throughout here. Some of that lame bearded stuff, that foxtail barley that cattle hate eating. You basically gotta cut it and grind it so they eat it. But it's a nice square patch. Gotta love that. Should be a fun one. Yeah, it's just so satisfying. Got tall grass, cutting header width. Oh, making hay. So as you probably know, a couple days ago we were cutting hay, hit a rock, and started a fire. So now we got a fire extinguisher sitting in there, banging around. So hopefully that doesn't explode, but we got some sort of protection now if something starts up. Hopefully I'll be fast enough to get to the fire and spray it all down. Otherwise we'll have to call Brian, the honorary fire boy. What is that? Oh, that's a bunny. So many bunnies. The honorary fire boy so he can come put it out. That stuff is short. Working this way, we're getting into more, it looks like a wheatgrass, I think. Seems like it's turning out pretty decent. That won't taste good. And there it is. Just look at this windrow right here. It's just like grass clippings. Woo, that's some of those spots are gonna get to the point where it's like hard to see where the rake needs to go. It sucks. You can probably see those cows. They got some dry mud on them. They've been mudding in there. There's a dugout in the back. There's no water in it. It's muddy. Sink their feet in that mud, cools them off a little bit, and yeah, they're getting dirty. Time to head home. Hopefully that stuff gets a 2-incher on it. I don't even care. We need some rain. Ellie's thinking, oh good, someone can let me into the garage. Hello. Wanna go to the garage? Wanna go in the garage? Go check and see how they're coming over where they're baling and raking. This might have been the rock that started the fire. Oh, check this out, guys. Look at the grouping we got going on here. And then just a solid line of hay. This John Deere demo, the A520R bale accumulator. It's sweet. Look at that, just all the bales grouped up down there. And of course, last video, we got the 8235R on this baler. It looks sweet. That's quite the unit. Woo-wee. Yeah, just a line of hay. So you can see, oh man, if a fire started, this would be horrible. I'm sorry you're getting sick of it, but we need a rain, for goodness sake. Shout out to Dad, he's doing a great job. So he's got 2 different lines, and they're about 1/4 of the way in. As he passes these 2 lines, whether he's got 1 or 2 bales, he dumps them on the move, keeps going, and then once he hits the other line of bales, he dumps whatever he's got. So before, like last year when I would come in to pick bales up, I'd go all the way to the back, count 15, because that's how many we can pick up in a load. And I'd park in between, and I'd go here and I'd go there, just grabbing the bales kind of in my general vicinity. I went for agronomy, not English. So now it makes it a lot easier. We come in here, we just park by the bales, pick them all up. Saves a lot of time, and it's a lot less traffic on the field. That is quite the sight. Let's drive over there and check that out. Would you believe that that hay right there was cut just yesterday? When you're cutting it, it's half dried already. And then we got this, a little glitch mark. It looks smaller today than it did the other day. So we were going through here, started in that back corner, hit a rock, and it just sparked it up and got it going. Really isn't any drier than it was when we started cutting. It's just that under stuff. Some of it's dead stuff from last year, but it's just dry. And so fire started. Jeff popped out when he saw it, and he started, stepping on it, trying to put it out, and it was just getting away from him. And I'm just gonna save my explanation. If you go back 2 videos, you'll see it, and I recommend you check it out. I was trying to put the fire out with this thing. Yeah, that was about an acre, maybe a little less than an acre. So, with the dry conditions, we lost about a bale. I don't feel bad about that at all. I would have lost sleep, and I would have shed some tears if we would have burned this whole 90 acres of grass. Hurts just thinking about it. What's up, cows? They never reply. Bet you the AC is real nice in that 8235R. Thanks.
You gonna bring me food?
Yeah, probably.
It's getting about that time.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I'll get going. So the honorary fire boy is, he's getting a little hungry, so am I. So I'm gonna go make some food. And you know what? When I come back, we'll bring the drone. We'll get some sweet drone video. Keep hydrated, ladies. It's gonna be a hot one.
That's an uncomfortable chair.
Oh, I've lived it all my life. So I was in a situation where either I put some of the leftover meat into some Tupperware, or I just give you extra meat. So
you were wise.
Yeah, so you got the extra meat.
Yeah. That's the nice speed I know right there.
Looks like you got a nice line over here.
Yep.
So that's number 3, push down.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. The auto steer's pretty good today.
Even turns for you.
Yeah.
How's the knee clutching?
This is pleasant. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Knee's getting stronger.
Good.
Works like a charm. And I hope everybody stayed for the end of this video, because that was some of the coolest drone video I've ever gotten. Just shows you perfectly how that thing works. You drive by your drop zone, you drop the bales on the move, and then when you come to pick the bales up, they're all close by. Goodness gracious, that was picture perfect. Picture perfect. All right, to end the day, planter and tractor sitting in there is really annoying me. I'd like to turn it around and get it ready to be unhooked so we can use that tractor. So we're gonna back out the semi. I should probably get that charging up, air pumping, and then we're gonna turn that planter around. See how much wasted space we have. We got machines parked outside. If you start for me, that'd be pretty awesome. I didn't do it. Pretty soon, I'll be able to water the crops with my sweat. Had about a foot more. Looks like Dad made it back. When I started moving this semi, I rolled both the windows down to get a breeze in there, you know, it's hot. And then after I did so, I realized that for some reason the passenger side half the time doesn't like to come back up. It's always something. I could really use some ice cream. Oh. You know, if we started milking our Black Angus critters and made ice cream, would you guys buy it? Sounds like a lot of work, but it'd be sweet. I'll get this pulled in and then I'm gonna ice my knee. It's my reward for the day. All right, roll up. Crap. Come on. Maybe it's just, oh, there we go. Yeah. pretty. It's a hot one. I'm glad you spent the day making hay with Sonne Farms. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate it, and we definitely hope to see you next time. Have a good one. Dad, one time I was listening to you with a couple farmers talking about rain. One guy said every day you don't get it, it's one day closer to getting it. And then another guy said, well, every time you get it, it's one less time you're going to get it. What say you?
Every day we don't get it, we're one day closer to our crop being dead. I think all three statements are true.